Hey guys, what's going on? It's Angel_the_twin here, and we've got some brand new patch notes for the PTR. This is involving Mercy, Reaper, Roadhog, and I think Symmetra, as well as some other general updates. But I'm just gonna run through it real quick and give you guys my opinion on what's going on with the new PTR patch. So to start off, first we have general updates. Audio, there's an option to use the Windows spatial audio now available. So you just go to the Windows Start menu on the control panel, hardware and sound, speaker device, spatial sound, and you set up stuff there. You were able to use Dolby Atmos before, but now they just have Windows 10 implemented for spatial audio. Then let's get to what we're all here for, the hero updates. As a general update, the jump height is now consistent across all heroes, so everybody jumps the same height. Nothing big there. I mean, unless you were playing, I think Wrecking Ball had a pretty high jump, especially since you could kind of like jump, and if you were hitting sort of an angled surface, he can kind of roll up a little bit as well, and that can get his I think it's like his, whatever move it is when he drops, I think that's his shift or control. That's his control. Then we have Mercy, whose Valkyrie has been changed. So this is just her ultimate, but the ultimate cost has been reduced by 15%. So Mercy is going to charge her ult quicker. And the healing per second has been increased from 50 to 60, back up to 60. So while Mercy is using her ultimate, she's going to have that larger healing window in terms of being able to out heal certain abilities or dives and things like that. So it's going to give her a little bit more healing. It's going to give her ultimate a little bit more value, because right now, besides the damage boost that you get from it, the healing's not too great. But going up from 50 to 60, you're going to get a nice boost in healing for Valkyrie. So I like that a lot. Next up, we have Reaper. His Hellfire shotguns, the spread randomization is being reduced by 50%. So that is very, very big. You're going to have a much more controllable spread on his Hellfire shotguns. You're going to really know where those bullets are going. And then his passive, I believe, is called the Reaping. The lifesteal has been increased from 20 to 30% of damage dealt. So not only are you getting more lifesteal per damage dealt, you're also getting some more accurate weapons with the Reaper. So what that's going to do is it's going to make him a little bit more tankier, especially when he's hitting targets like Winston or Hammond, where he's just constantly getting all of his damage into them. Roadhog as well, and he's going to be healing for a lot more. He's going to be able to go toe to toe with a lot of people. That's really, really interesting to see that they made some changes to Reaper there. I think they're interesting. I'd like to see them in practice, but I don't think they make him broken, since he still needs to be generally in a close area where he would have been before. He's just now more effective. Then we have Roadhog, which is the big change here in terms of heroes. He's getting the most things changed. So his chain hook, the delay is now decreased before pulling the hook target from 0.5 seconds to 0.3. So he's going to hook and pull faster. Now this also greatly reduces the target's momentum upon being hooked. So I think instead of like you hooking someone and then like dragging you and then pulling, I think it would be like a hook and then they're going to stop and then come to Roadhog. And then the cooldown now begins immediately instead of after the target has been pulled. So if you throw your hook out, it hooks something, it's on cooldown. It is that, not even before it hooks something, it's on cooldown, it's already coming down. So that's going to increase how many hooks Roadhog gets per round. Then you have a scrap gun. So the spread pattern is adjusted for both primary and secondary fire. I think, yeah, they're sort of doing the same thing with Reapers. So they kind of changed all the shotguns except for Torb, right, in the game. So now the spread randomization is also going to be reduced by 50%. And again, what that's going to do is just make him a little bit more accurate and give him a little bit more value in terms of damage. So he might be able to one-shot some heroes that he wasn't able to before, just because the spread is a little bit less random. So, he'll go with the hook into the whatever primary fire, and then his melee, and he'd probably do, you know, a good amount of damage. Probably take out a 200 health hero. I don't know about a 250, but maybe that'd be very good. And right now, I think Roadhog's one of the best counters to Doomfist, and Doomfist is very prevalent in the current meta. So I think these changes kind of help him out even more. It's because he was already strong against him. You know, Doomfist can't really one-shot combo without taking a lot of damage or getting CC'd by Roadhog. Then his ultimate, Whole Hog, is getting changed as well. It's not getting changed, it's getting tweaked. The knockback maximum velocity has been increased by 25% from 8 to 10 meters per second. So now he's pushing you back harder. He's going to push people off of maps for environmental kills. He's going to stop charging Reinhardts. He's already done that, but it's going to be even more consistent. He's going to push people up against the walls and sort of displace them, which is what being an off tank and a peeler is all about. So they're helping him out with that. And the horizontal recoil was slightly decreased, so it's going to be a little bit easier to control. So overall, I think they're good changes from what I'm reading. Again, I'd have to see them in practice, but they're just buffs all around, right? So that has to be good. And then last but not least, we have Symmetra, her photon projector. The primary fire beam charges up 20% faster. So I think what a lot of sim mains and sim players were complaining about was they never used their primary fire too often unless it was up against a shield, because you're just going to charge for free. And it would take, you know, take quite a bit of time to get it charged up to where it's doing some serious damage. And now it's gonna do that 20% faster. So again, another buff. I think buffs all around. Nobody got nerfed in this PTR patch, which is interesting. I like that. Personally, I think instead of nerfing heroes, I think buffing other heroes is another way you could go about balancing. So like I said, Doomfist is very, very strong right now. And instead of nerfing Doomfist, I believe that the developers are, you know, they're happy with where Doomfist is. So instead of nerfing him, they've just buffed a couple of other people, a couple other heroes to help deal with him. I think Reaper's very good against Doomfist as well. You can wraith his elbow drop and then, or his punch, and then you're in close. You're doing a lot of damage. So I think these are some much needed changes for a couple of these heroes. I think I don't know if it's enough for Roadhog, but we'll see, right? We'll see. Let me know in the comments down below, guys. What do you think of these changes? And what other changes would you guys like to see? Otherwise, that's it. I'm Angel_the_twin. And I'm out of here, guys. Peace.